Green Bull, sure.
Actually, I was gonna say, because I can't go.
You got it.
Or I bet you,
That's the company part.
What's it called?
It's the seminar for,
Big motivational
it's the
seminar.
motivational speaker thing. You're gonna have, what, Coleman Powell and
Yeah.
Barbara Bush and Brian Tracy and Bill Cosby, all that schmack.
See, I wrote 8 to 4:30 on August 10th.
I remember August, I think I put August 10th in my phone.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Can you call your father or somebody and verify?
August 10th, Wednesday.
It is.
August 10th, Wednesday.
Thank you, that's what I wrote down.
Alright, so anyway, show of hands, who plans on going on August the 10th to that particular seminar up in Greenville?
I found it online.
Show of hands. One, Randy. Randy's going by himself.
anything about it.
The office, I believe the office is covering the,
We're covering the
expense.
expense to get up there, or up the.
Yeah, once I gotta change my court date.
so, Randy? One,
You gotta stay out of jail.
Anybody else?
Taken off and then.
I don't know, my Monday's already screwed up, so, I know. Screwed up on Monday.
What is it? When is it?
It's August the 10th, Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, August 10th. Show of hands.
Like,
I'll tell you what, check your calendars. Let Roy and John know by the end of the day today, okay?
Hey, you covered that very well, Dave.
It's, yeah, I wrote down that it was
You covered
8 to
that
4:30
very
is
well.
the time. It starts at 8.
Kicking around, going up the night before.
Yeah, to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Whatever.
We're gathered to listen to.
Number
the
two.
meetings
For universal health care, we just found out today that we have some online certifications that we're gonna need to do. And next Tuesday,
today. Is that the MAPD, Universal Health Care?
Scott, do you know the answer to that?
Oh, yes,
What's the MAPD?
yes.
Universal American?
Universal health care,
Oh.
like the any plan, right?
Oh, got you.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do an online cert, and then we've got a training, off-site training. When is that, Tuesday, Scott? I don't see it printed on here.
Yeah, it is gonna be Tuesday, because it's by area.
Tuesday the 9th.
Tuesday at the Embassy Suites at 1:30 p.m.
1:30.
Tuesday.
Alright, so our Tuesday at 2 next week is gonna be
Well, then I
removed
gotta
to
do it
Embassy
for the
Suites.
minutes.
Court.
My court date.
So if I'm already,
Is it, what is it, Tuesday, is it 2 or Wednesday?
1:30 p.m.
How long is it gonna last?
I'm not sure now, we gotta call into them right now. We've also gotta call in to see if they will come here after, but if not, it's 1:30 p.m. I'm guessing a couple of hours.
Either which way, you have instructions right here. You need to do an online certification before we actually go sit through that training process. So don't sit here and figure it out right now, but once you get a free moment to sit in front of a computer, go online, do your certifications. And I believe there's an RSVP number at the bottom that they're asking us to call.
We're not do that right now. We
Okay.
got to call into them.
All right, never mind. We gotta call into them. See, I'm getting all this information on the fly, so. Just go online and do your online cert for right now. We'll disseminate further information once we have the opportunity to, okay? This is gonna be important. It's gonna have to do with our MAPD season. It's gonna be coming up this year, so we're gonna need to make sure that everybody gets that handled, okay? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
So we're gonna notify John and Roy if we're going to the seminar. We're gonna go online. We're gonna do our certification. Last piece of housekeeping business, guys. One thing that ASB really focuses on has to do with our, any, what's the word, like a convention, standings, anything like that, office credits, so it's all based on premium, not on commission, okay? So what we're gonna ask you guys to start doing is that every night when you report your numbers to your managers, I want you to report both your commissions and your premium. We used to do this a while back, it kind of went by the wayside. We're gonna get back to doing it, okay? So we need commissions and premium when you report your daily numbers to your managers, okay? And managers be collecting your commission and premium numbers, okay?
And the NAP?
Huh?
And the NAP or just those two?
NAPD is pretty.
NAP is premium.
Oh, I thought you meant monthly.
No, annual premium.
I thought that we do that.
You're doing annual commission and annual premium. I don't get premium numbers from anybody.
Well, I've always given them.
Every manager that reports their numbers, I see them, and nobody had premiums on there, so.
Oh, okay.
So, let me get premiums and commissions, okay?
We're gonna do the report, do we send it on, so you can put them on there?
The report that you send it, John?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can deal with that. You know you're the only one that uses that, right?
I believe it.
Okay.
So
Commission and premium, fair enough?
Can we start selling this stuff before October?
I don't have the answer to that question. That's a 2012 certification, Marty. I'm assuming we have to wait till the open enrollment period. I think until that time we sell.
Right now, we're trying to get it, a license and appointed right now. Don't worry about selling it or anything, we just need to get license appointments, you have to follow this system. We're trying to get it done ahead of time this year. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, that would be nice, novel.
Crazy.
All right, so we get on housekeeping. Everybody want to learn about some annuities?
Yeah.
No, I'd rather talk about whether we can sell MAPD.
All right.
So we get paid on
We'll work on that.
That's a whole nother meeting.
This time is appointed and paid.
That's right, screw that. What's the commission? Don't worry about it. What do I get paid? Don't worry about it. I'll just sell it.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna kind of talk as I pass this stuff out for you so that we can just keep going down the line here. But for all intents and purposes, guys, we are gonna have so many annuity products, there's not a chance in hell that I'm gonna be able to train you on all of them right now. So basically what I've done is I've tried to go through company by company and figure out, if it was me selling product to a client, which program I would pick from each company. I'm going to train you on one product at a time. I'm going to try to work my way around each company so that we can kind of get a broad base and understanding of what's out there, what's available for you, and that we can take advantage of whatever each company's got to offer, okay? I promise you I'm not even halfway done. I mean, there are some companies right now that are carrying probably 15 to 20 different annuity products, and for me to be able to research all of that and tell you what's the best out of all of that is almost impossible for me to do by myself. So I am working on it. The two companies that I want to talk to you guys about today are going to be Allianz. Obviously, you're looking at their product right now. I'm also going to hand you, did I give you two of those or just one?
Just one, I believe.
Okay. I'm also going to give you a product from a company called North American. Okay. The North American program, North American is one of the companies that's got 9 kajillion annuity products, so it took me a little bit of time to fight my way through their stuff, but, and I know that some of you guys probably haven't seen North American agent numbers yet. As it stands right now, I've made a request that the North American numbers or the North American paperwork be filled out for everyone. Okay? So hopefully you should be getting those numbers real soon. If not, I know that this company does indeed, they'll accept business prior to you having an agent number, and then they'll just assign that program to your agent number once you do it, because I've already done that myself. So, so basically, guys, the two programs that I've pulled out here for you. One is called the Master Dex X. That's the Allianz program. Master Dex X is very, very similar to our favorite Aviva product, the Income Preferred Bonus. I know you guys all are familiar with that product, correct?
Sounds like a rap singer.
The Master Dex X.
Yeah. nice.
Yo, this is the Master Dex X, homie. All right.
You do my annuity, I do.
All right, let's not rap. So anyhow, the Master Dex X program, very, very similar to the Aviva product. I'm going to just kind of hit the high points with you guys. I gave you a rate sheet. That's as of today. They actually just changed their bonus. I just noticed they changed it today, as of August the 2nd. It was an 8% bonus product. It is now 7%. So the bonus mirrors that of Aviva's Income Preferred Bonus. Okay? It is a 10-year product, just like the Aviva Income Preferred Bonus. So you have some similarities there. Also too, in that product, you've got income riders. And obviously annuities are always designed for the purpose of generating income. So we've got income riders that will function, again, similarly to the programs that we are used to seeing. But there's some inherent differences that I gotta point out for you guys so that you don't lead somebody astray. Okay? Number one, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, Allianz did go through a fair amount of litigation several years back regarding their annuity programs. That litigation was mainly centered around the concept of how their products showed folks what they actually had in them. And everything that they were showing their clients was based on annuitization values, not actual accumulation values. Well, they still do have products that base their growth strategies around the annuitization value, but those are not products that I'm talking to you about. The program I put in front of you specifically talks about a premium bonus, so that's a true premium bonus, and it is based on an accumulated value, not an annuitization value. So if you run across somebody that you think could be a good fit for the Allianz product, maybe they've heard nasty things about the Allianz group, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've thrown Allianz under the bus quite a bit in my career. Sold a lot of annuities because of that. But this is a newer, restructured Allianz program. They've got new leadership, and they had to make right on all of the programs that they had done folks wrong with. So they've got a newer, better reputation. And these products, like I told you guys, I'm making sure 100% that I'm reading that to the letter of the word as it's written in their disclosure statements to make sure that you guys are actually selling products that are building cash value, not building an annuitization value. So that's what the MasterDex 10 is all about. We'll just hit a couple of the high points real quick. And I don't have a huge amount of time just because of some of the delay that we had getting started, but we've got the bonus product. Like I said, it's a 7% bonus, okay? It's a 10-year contract. Your penalty-free withdrawals are 10% after year one. Okay, so a lot of very similar features that you're going to know and have used in the past, either from the Aviva Income Select bonus or Income Preferred bonus rather, or even the ING Secure Opportunities Plus, okay? The 10% after year one, 10-year contract term, 7% bonus. You guys should have a rate sheet. Let me find mine. Sorry, I got to give you guys a lot of stuff. Let me make you weed through it too. If you go about halfway down the page, maybe a little bit lower, you'll see the MasterDex X. So you're going to be able to see some of the things that, some of the rates that are available. You're going to notice, like a lot of the competition out there, you're going to find that rates are low right now, okay? Your monthly sum cap, you guys are all familiar with the monthly cap strategy that we use with Aviva, where they do a point-to-point measure each and every month, and at the end of the month they add it all together. It's the exact same program that Allianz has, they just call it the monthly sum cap. Yeah, they add it all together at the end of the year. Sorry, did I say end of the month? Yeah, end of the year they add it all together, okay? So you've got your monthly sum cap there. Notice that they do offer the ability to base that on the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500, the Euro Stoxx 50.
That's not the MasterDex.
Okay? Everybody see where I'm looking? Yeah. And also, too, you're going to notice that they have these concepts of the select. You're going to notice the S&P 500 select under both the monthly sum and the annual point-to-point. Okay? That select situation is giving somebody the opportunity to have a higher cap on their program at a cost. Okay? So they have a higher cap. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to earn any more money. You know, if the market performs poorly, then they've spent money unnecessarily. But if you've got a client, Marty, you say something?
Oh, no, I was looking for what that asterisk, you know, the number 2 was, you know, and now I found it. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
selecting.
Basically what they're doing is for, I believe it's for 1%, you can probably find it on the sheet faster than I can.
Yeah, that's what I was.
For 1%, they're allowing those people to have that cap, and you're gonna notice the difference between the S&P 500 on the annual point-to-point and the S&P 500 Select is 2%, right? So they're gonna pay 1% for the ability to maybe earn 2% more. You guys follow what they're doing there? Okay? You're paying to have a little bit better opportunity. You look at the monthly sum cap scenario, the S&P 500 is 1.8, the S&P 500 Select is 2.3. Now those are monthly caps as opposed to annual caps, so that one may actually pay off. I don't know that I necessarily like the annual point-to-point strategy. That's for you and your client to make the determination on. There is that option if they want to take that chance, if they want to, if they believe that the market's going to perform well, they'd really like to earn more money, they can cough up 1% of their contract value for the ability to be able to have those higher caps. Okay? Yes, sir.
The blended is that the select in there too?
No. The blended is going to be the other three that you see: the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Euro stocks.
So we can do that monthly and annually. The two columns are here on the right-hand side.
All right. Well, your blended spread they're showing you, I think, on that monthly. That's a 3.5. So that means that's a monthly average as opposed to a monthly cap. Monthly averaging is like the way bankers used to do it. They take a measurement once a month throughout the year, average it together, and subtract from the beginning number. Familiar with that? And a spread means you have to do that much before you get paid.
Okay.
So the 3.5% spread, if the market does 5, you made 1.5%. Right now, the way the market's performing, I'm not using spread strategies very much because I don't believe that the market's got a lot to give. I'd rather give somebody a low cap and give them everything it makes up to a certain point as opposed to giving them a spread saying the market's going to have to kill it, do that much better before you start making money. Okay. You guys follow me? I know there's a lot of different levels of understanding in this room. People have been here for different lengths of time. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, stop me and I'll go back. Okay? So you guys see what I'm talking about? I mean, you understand the concept? I mean, for all intents and purposes, guys, this is a very similar program to the Aviva product that we've been selling. For whatever reason, if you like Allianz better than Aviva, go for it. Okay?
$20,000 minimum.
$20,000 minimum. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Still 4 or 5.
that'll keep it from people.
Yeah, Aviva's still very low, still at 5. So,
To what age, by the way?
I honestly don't know. It might be in the disclosure statement. You guys may ask a lot of questions that I simply may not have the answers to. I think they go to 80, I think.
Is it a single premium or is it?
First 3 years.
First 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll credit that 7% bonus for 3 years. Right now, Aviva is only crediting that bonus for 1 year, so you do have the ability if somebody's wanting to put some more money in. This may be a better bonus yielding opportunity.
But you can keep adding money to it.
This is great now.
Yeah.
So they got an option, let's say they have $300,000 over the course of 3 years, getting that bonus per year on that $100,000 they put in.
If they've got $300,000, they're going to get 7% bonus when they put the first 100 in. If they put the next 100 in, they'll get 7% on only that 100, the second 100, and then 7% if they choose to put the third 100 in. So you're not getting, if you only put $100,000 in and you're getting that 7% bonus, you don't get 7% for 3 years. It's 7% on any new money added in the first 3 years.
So if they put the 300 in, they're gonna get 7%.
Correct. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about their income rider. I think it's called the Simple Income 3. Yeah, Simple Income 3. I gave you a printout there, and I'm sorry that all the stuff's kind of mixed around. But a couple of things you need to know about this program, guys. Number one, its cost is 75 basis points. Looks like this. You're not looking at it. I can't find it. Looks like this. It isn't. I'm going to give you a couple of things. Okay. Income rider is 75 basis points with 0.75%, whichever way you want to describe it. The roll-up, geez, I can't believe you're so rude. The roll-up on that is 8%. Simple. Meaning it does not compound. So if you got 100 grand in there in year one, you're going to get $8,000 added to that income base. In year two, you're going to get $8,000 added to that income base. In year three, you're going to get $8,000 added to that income base. And in year four, you might get $8,000 added to that income base. All right. So it's not a compounding growth strategy. It is a simple interest strategy. Okay. In contrast to that, obviously with our Aviva products, you're getting a 7.2% compounded rate as opposed to an 8% simple. Yes, sir.
The cost is 75%,
0.75%.
0.75% of the total annuity.
It's going to be 0.75% of the income benefit value. Okay. All the riders in every product out there, no matter what company, no matter what product, they're going to base that percentage, that cost off of the income benefit value, not the accumulated value. Okay? Companies are in it to make money. They're going to take the highest number they can get. Promise. All right? One other thing that you need to be aware of with this particular rider, and it was a question I asked specifically to them, if somebody decides that they want to take a withdrawal from that program prior to starting the income value, that income benefit payout. Let's say I go in and I leave it alone for 1 year, all right, I get my 8%. In year two, halfway through the year, I decide I need $5 grand. I take $5 grand from my penalty-free withdrawal. Guess what happens in year two? I do not get credited my 8% on my income rider. So any year that a withdrawal is taken, the income credit is not added to the account. Okay? Basically what they're saying, you got to leave your account alone if you want to grow that income value. If you don't, if you need to access money, that's okay. And you'll still have the guaranteed income for a time later down the road. We're just not going to credit you your 8% simple interest for that year. Okay? That's a big deal, okay? Because a lot of our clients pay attention to these things because they say, well, you know, I can still access my money, but I know I've got my guaranteed income. Well, that's great, but part of that is growing that guaranteed income up to a certain point. Our Aviva compadres will allow that to continue being credited to the account in years that you take withdrawals. Allianz will not. Okay, that's a big difference. All right, it's something that you need to be aware of.
What about the with an RMD?
I honestly didn't ask that question. I'm going to assume it's going to function the same way, though. I really am. I can't imagine it would be different. Because they're going to look at that as a withdrawal. RMD is still going to be part of that 10% penalty free, so why wouldn't it be counted as a withdrawal? And that would be my speculation. I'll have to call and ask them specifically. But again, I just want you guys to look out for a couple little landmines that are out there if you're talking to your clients. Oh yeah, I get 8% compounded. No. 8% simple. Oh yeah, you can still take your money and get your roll up. No. Okay. Still a great product. Somebody plans on setting it aside, leaving it alone. Let's say maybe they're only going to do it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years and then start using income. I don't mind using a simple interest strategy because that's still pretty good. If they're going long term though, you need to be finding a compounded income rider because in the long run, a compounding strategy is going to generate a lot larger value than a simple interest strategy would. Okay? But for all intents and purposes, guys, this is available. Allianz does have a death benefit rider as well. It is a rider that I probably am never going to sell because they can't tell me how much it's going to cost. They figure it out each year based on the mortality tables, but they could not quote me a price. Even if I gave them a specific number, I gave them an age and so on, and the guy on the sales desk even told me this product is almost never sold because people don't know what it costs. Okay, so it's there. I want you to know it's there, but I'm not going to train you. Okay, if you want to figure that one out and you want to take that leap, by all means, go right ahead. Okay.
So what that means is that if they buy the annuity for $100,000 and it has a death benefit, when they pass away, regardless of how much is in the annuity, the beneficiary will get $100,000.
No, the beneficiary more than likely would get more than $100,000. Like I said, I'm not gonna train you on that death benefit. If you wanna research it, that's fine, but I can't in good conscience sell a program that I don't know how much it's gonna cost. Now, they're gonna roll it up at like 5% a year up to a certain value, but they wouldn't tell me how much it's cost, because they can't.
So if a client has a variable annuity, with the death benefit
Variable.
in it, variable annuity,
Variable.
Keep going.
and they have a death benefit in that annuity, so then you're telling me that there's a charge for that option? That they
Yeah.
that they don't, okay.
It's an enhanced death benefit, okay? It's an enhanced death benefit. Variable annuities have enhanced death benefit riders on them as well. What you're finding, guys, is that all the things that you see in variable annuity contracts are starting to appear in equity index annuity contracts. I mean, if you haven't figured that one out yet, you haven't looked at variable annuities, because that's exactly what's happening. They're getting so close as to the difference between them that it's almost not funny. Yes, sir?
If somebody's taking immediate income from an annuity, how do you determine who's gonna have a better payout immediately? If they say, hey, I'm putting in 100,000, should I go with Aviva or Allianz as far as immediate income payout?
That's another training class. Honestly, if you have an immediate payout situation, I want you to come talk to me, because I would tell you to go to Forethought.
Okay.
And I'll train you on Forethought another day. Okay? But Forethought's got some pretty amazing income products.
Really?
They don't have premium bonuses, they don't have things like that, but as far as income goes, I think they're gonna shred anybody on a short-term one. Got an income bonus. I'm not training that today, Scott, because I think by and large, the annuities are being sold in here are being sold with premium bonuses. People are looking to make up losses. People are looking to make up surrender charges. That's why I'm talking about 2 premium bonus products today, as opposed to an income product. That'll be on the next time around, though, I promise. I'll train you on Forethought and Great American next time. Okay? All right. So, any questions about the Allianz program? Pretty clear, pretty straightforward.
It says here that the step up is annually, or, as far as income value. So, I forget, is Aviva annually, or Aviva's every 5 years, right? Or the step up?
Your roll-up on Aviva, your 7.2% is an annual roll-up. Your step-up, if the market value should be in excess of the actual accumulated value, or the income value, excuse me, is every 5th year, yes. Okay?
On this one, it's every year then.
All right. Just like ING. ING is every year as well.
So you picked out this product here with Allianz to compete, or that's similar to Aviva?
Similar. Yep.
Even though it is similar, it lacks a lot.
Some different features.
Are there different
features.
commissions on these things?
I don't know that I've actually seen a commission schedule on Allianz, Marty.
Party commissions aren't really important.
Right.
They don't.
I didn't say that.
If we don't get paid.
No, and honestly, when I was putting this training together, I didn't realize until this morning when I pulled it up, and if you look at your rate sheets, it even says August 2nd, so that's today. As of yesterday, they had an 8% premium bonus on their product as opposed to 7, so that just changed. But it is what it is. All right? I'm glad I pulled the rate sheet.
Just imagine what it'd been if we
I
didn't
think
have
the
a deal
8%
on
simple,
it.
and a lot of their, with the income rider on there that you explained, if you take money out, how you don't get the 8% simple. I mean, they just don't compete with that.
But you know what though? I've talked to a lot of people, and people are funny when they know companies, and if somebody comes at you and they're looking, they say, what do you got that Allianz offers? Allianz is a huge company. They've been around for a long time. They've been in business for a long time. And even though they had a little stain on their reputation a few years back, there's still a lot of people that believe Allianz is a fantastic organization.
So they might want this
So
product.
they may want it just for
Just because
namesake.
of the name. I tried to sell an ING product yesterday. The guy said it's 2,000 miles across the country. He ain't buying nobody insurance that far away.
People are funny. Like I said, I want you guys to know
Hey,
what.
I'm right here, baby.
I want you to know what you've got out there available for you. Of what I've seen from the Allianz portfolio, this is going to be the one that I would sell most often. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. The North American product, let's go to it.
Okay,
Okay?
question, I'm gonna interject one question on Allianz. How can we find out commissions?
It's on this sheet,
Huh?
it's on the ASB commissions that John emailed.
Is it? Okay. I
What
did
is
that.
it?
I don't
Do you
know
know?
that I've
Right.
seen it or not, but
It went out June 10th.
June 10th in your email. It's on the sheet.
It would have been a good email to save.
It's a go.
More than likely, you could probably talk to one of your compadres and they can forward it on.
Go back in the trash and find
Or
something.
you could go back to June 10th and pull it out of your trash.
There you go.
All right. So let's talk about North American for a minute. I'm particularly excited about this product from the perspective of folks with IRAs. Okay, and I'll tell you why. This is a longer-term vehicle. This is a 14-year product. It's called the Charter Series. I don't even have any race suit. Okay. Oh, there it is. North American's got a lot of products, guys, and I've tried, they've got more than one program that pays a 10% premium bonus. But this one I like. It's called the Charter 14. I think the Charter Series has a 7 or 8 year product. They've got a 10-year product and a 7-year, a 10-year, and a 14-year. Okay.
I know North American. Shit.
The 7-year program has no bonus. The 10-year program has a 5% premium bonus. The 14-year program has a 10% premium bonus. And that's a true premium bonus, so they're going to add 10% to the account value on day one. Why do I like this for IRAs? Because if you're advising a client, hopefully they've got a variety of different assets. The large majority of the time, if somebody has to access money from any of their accounts, as an advisor, the IRA is going to be the last place that I send them to go because that's going to create an immediate tax liability when they take money out of an IRA. So a 14-year product doesn't concern me for IRA money specifically because we know that if that person ever surrenders all that money all at once, they're going to pay taxes on the whole thing. Okay? Because all those dollars coming out of an IRA are taxable. So I don't see it ever making good sense for somebody to surrender an IRA and take that and spend it unless they don't have any other choices. If they don't have any other choices, I don't want you using a 14-year product anyway. Okay, but a 10% bonus is fantastic because we can offset almost every type of surrender charge out there amongst our competition with a 10% bonus. As long as those policies have been enforced for a year or two, more than likely we can get these people out, get them a bonus, and create value on top of what their initial value with the other company was. Okay, so it's a good way to overcome losses in the market. It's a good way to overcome surrender charges. It's a good way to overcome penalties that they may pay to get out of an IRA CD or something like that. Okay, so 14-year product, true 10% bonus. These guys also have some riders associated with them. Also, you got your 10% penalty free after year one. Sorry. Okay. You have a rate sheet here as well. I think it's the second row right here. Your 14-year options out to the side. Okay, all the way to the right. Right down here. Okay. Notice these guys. These guys, as far as being a true advisor, as far as being a true student of the market and people really wanting different availabilities as far as different options for growth strategies, this product has got it. Okay. 14 different strategies that I count that we can use inside this program. Okay. You've got the, if you're looking at the rate sheets, you've got the DA. I don't want you guys to explain it, but it's an interesting dynamic to bring to the table and say we can look at all of these different things, which means if we're really paying attention, or if you guys talk to me, because I try to pay attention all the time, we can steer these people in the right direction to give them the best opportunity in any kind of market climate. Okay? So your DA stands for daily average. The daily average is calculated.
Hindsight.
Daily average is calculated taking a reading once every single day for 365 days and taking an average. Subtracting that from the beginning. So that really does measure everything that's going on in the marketplace every single day. Okay?
So there's a 4.25%.
That's an annual cap.
Annual cap, okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
4% a day?
Daily cap.
Not quite. No, that'd be insane. Okay? APP stands for annual point-to-point. You guys are familiar with an annual point-to-point strategy. Start of the year, end of the year, the difference shows the growth. Those are also annual caps. MPP stands for monthly point-to-point. For you guys, concerned, that is a monthly cap strategy, okay? Measuring point to point on a monthly basis, adding all of those months together at the end of the year. So you're gonna notice that these caps are relatively competitive with the Aviva product or the Allianz product, things like that. So that's what I'm looking for bonuses that are available to us through the companies that pay true premium bonus. I'm looking for caps and rate structures that are reasonable within the market itself, okay? Notice that your monthly point to point, they're only giving you the option in between the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. Pretty much all the other strategies are available kind of across the board, okay? With their strategies, notice that we can look at the S&P 500, we can look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we can look at the S&P Mid-Cap 400, the Russell 2000, the NASDAQ 100, the Eurostoxx 50. They have a fixed rate, and they have a hindsight strategy. Honestly, I have not spent enough time researching the hindsight strategy to be able to explain it to you. I'm sorry I don't have all the answers today, but basically, my guess is they're going to look back and they've got it capped rather low. Yeah, they got it capped at 3%. So they're going to go back and faster than that. Okay. So those are going to be your growth strategies. I really like that though, because we've got a lot of different calculation methods to show people how they can make money. All right. I'm a big fan. Let's talk about their riders. Okay. Their riders are pretty cool. I tend to like their riders. I don't want you guys to start just loading contracts up with riders, because I don't really believe that that's an effective way to go about building an investment strategy for someone. So we want to find out which of these riders really is going to make the most sense for this client at any one particular time, and let's use that one as opposed to the alternative. Okay. So their income riders, I think I've got the income on there for you as well. I think I printed out a disclosure for that. The
Closing statement.
You got the disclosure right here.
the income pay election and disclosure form. Disclosures are the best ones to look at. Okay. So they've got two strategies. That's right there. Okay. Looks like this. Okay. Income rider is pretty cool. We got two strategies. Option one. It's going to cost 0.2% per year. It's going to have a 6% roll-up. So if we want to compare that to, say, ING's got a 6% roll-up, and they charge 65 basis points. Okay, so your ING product costs 45 basis points more than these guys with the same roll-up. Okay? So that's pretty cool. It's actually one of the cheapest income riders that I've seen on the market. 0.2% per year is pretty inexpensive.
Is that simple or compound?
That's compound. Okay. Option two. It's going to cost 75 basis points. You guys can check me on the disclosures if I make sure I'm quoting this right. This is all new stuff to me too. With an 8% roll-up. Okay? So if we want to really juice the values, we can go with 75 basis points and we can kick it up at 8% per year. Okay?
And that's still compounded?
Compound, yeah.
For 10 years. Little bit for life.
What's the difference between the other one is 6% for life and this is 8% for 10 years? I don't quite understand.
Well, for all intents and purposes, if you've got a young client, maybe 50 years old, and they believe that they're going to start taking income at 65, that's 15 years. We need to look at a program that's going to continue creating wealth for 15 years as opposed to just 10, right? So we'd use the 6% roll-up over a longer period of time to give them that roll-up for the entire period of time until they retire. You got somebody that's 65 years old that plans on taking income in 2 years' time. We can generate more money on that income base using the 8% value over a shorter period of time. I mean, again, it's going to be about what your client's needs are.
What if they like the idea but they don't know when or if they're ever going to
Then it's going to be a personal choice. Do they want to spend more money and get the 8% thinking they're going to take income in a shorter period of time, 10 years or less? Or would they rather pay less money for it, giving them the option to continue growing that as long as possible?
Can they take that within the first year without penalty on?
Pretty much all the income riders that I've ever cost, and that's again a question I've not specifically asked, but pretty much all income riders that I have seen will allow you to start the income rider as soon as you want.
Without the penalty.
Right. Because none of them are going to pay out over 10% a year anyway. Okay. Again, I believe that once you take money from the account, that your roll-up will not be credited for that year either. Okay. Something that I'm finding more and more often that makes Aviva kind of unique in that aspect, that they continue crediting the roll-up no matter what. Yes, Randy?
Death benefit. And it made me, the Allianz sheet made me think of something that said financial advisors, or something like that was mentioned in there. If we're not a registered vet, can we sell a death benefit rider?
Sure. These are fixed products. Just an enhancement of a benefit. You can sell life insurance, can't you?
Yeah.
All this is life insurance on side of an annuity. That's all it is.
Because this has a death benefit as well.
It sure does. We're going to go into that next. Nice segue. Guaranteed minimum death benefit. Another rider that is available with the North American products line. Okay. I like this program as well because I actually know what it's going to cost. Okay. So at least I can tell somebody what it's going to cost them. And if you've got somebody that has got money, they want to leave it to a family member, they don't really believe in life insurance, okay, you don't need life insurance. I'll give you an investment product, and we'll give you the biggest death benefit we can give you in that program without you having to add any more money to it. Okay? I might almost call this the life insurance replacement annuity because I think you can put this on pretty much any product that North American sells. As long as we include this, we're using it as a life insurance alternative. Well, guys, this one's pretty cool. It's going to cost 90 basis points, a little bit more expensive. Okay. Death benefit rider cost 0.9% or 90 basis points. Okay. The roll up on that's going to be 5% per year. For the first 10 years. After that, it's going to go to 6%. Okay, so for the first 10 years, it's going to roll up by 5% per year. After 10 years, it will roll up at 6% per year. Okay, not to exceed. I want to say it's not to exceed age 85 on the roll up.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, rather than the contract value, and is applied on the first contract anniversary and every anniversary thereafter until either reaching age 85 or the death benefit is equal to 200% of the premium. All right, you guys follow that? Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
No.
If you have $100,000 in there, and if the value gets over 200,000, it's only gonna pay 200,000.
Right.
That's just,
Or max out or whatever figure.
Max
they
out
choose
whichever
to buy.
one.
Okay, it gives people the opportunity. Let's say, for instance, how many times have you run across a client, I've gotten many of them, and say, oh, I just got, 10, 15, 20, $25,000 in the bank to take care of my final expenses, Dorothy McKenzie. Seen if Ed was paying attention. Got a client we're working on, exact same situation. She's not healthy enough to get life insurance. She has no intention on using that money. She's already been disciplined enough that she's set that money off to the side for her family members. You know it's not really growing if it's sitting in a bank account or in a CD. You know she's paying taxes on it. So why not take a program like this, 14-year product, 14-year surrender schedule, makes absolutely no difference if we're just going to leave the money behind. We've got $25,000 in there. Well, why not just go ahead and add an extra $2,500 to that value, make sure that we're keeping up with the rising costs of final expenses. And why not pay an extra just under 1% to keep growing that figure by a guaranteed 5% per year tax deferred? Why wouldn't we do that? You guys see where that would work incredibly well for a client that would have no reason in the world to keep that money in the bank at all.
So she can have that in a CD paying 1% if she's lucky, or she can get a 10% bonus plus 5% a year. Well,
Absolutely.
net 4% because she's paying 1% for it.
No underwriting, right?
No underwriting. No underwriting on a death benefit rider.
Pretty sweet.
In my opinion, that is this right here for those of you that may have never sold an annuity on your own, or for even those of you that have that just can't get somebody to break that concept in their mind about, you know, why don't I just leave that money inside that CD or in that bank account? Well, we know annuities escape probate, bank accounts don't, right? So there's reason number one, we can get that money to your family when they actually need it. Reason number two, the bank's not paying you squat. So why would you just leave your money there and let the bank use it instead of your family using it? Reason number three, you pay taxes on a bank account or a CD, don't you? On an annuity, gross tax deferred, so we're gonna go ahead and be able to set that taxation off to the side for you, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Reason number four, I can give you 10% up front, 5% a year after that with no underwriting at all. I think it's a great concept.
At 85, does that cost automatically drop off, or does that stay?
It's a good question. I'll have to call and ask. I'm sorry I don't know the answer to all this stuff, guys. I mean, you guys have gotten all your agent numbers and stuff too. You've been inundated with the information as well. I've really been trying to pick through this stuff, and so
We're not blaming you, David. Stay.
no, but I will get back. I feel bad that I don't.
No, that's a lot of things.
You know,
Almost
every
every
question.
Huh?
You know, the contract, right, you know, where- I looked and I didn't see it.
I want to say it might be. It didn't say in the.
I thought I saw
I
it.
didn't see it anywhere either. I was not looking for that and the age. I didn't see either one.
So what was the question?
I'll
Ray?
have to get back to you on the minimums.
Minimum amount.
Well, I can call them right now and ask
Just
them.
the 0.9%, does that run even after you're 85?
Even after age 85?
Yeah, you still pay it, since you chose it originally under the.
Well, the bonus credit is only added up till age 85. Why would they charge you for what they're gonna add?
I'll find out for you real quick.
You're still getting that benefit after 85. Of the
Yeah, but they're not
roll-up.
taking money out. They're not adding.
It says it right here, rider costs and terminations. The annual cost is deducted every year, even after reaching the, what's it say, guaranteed minimum death benefit limit on each contract anniversary. This cost is calculated by multiplying, charge by 0.9. So it's, the charge percentage is guaranteed for the life of the rider.
Alright, so yeah, so it's gonna keep paying, you're gonna keep paying that cost.
Even though they stop crediting you at 85?
Right. But let's be honest with you, if something happens after age 85 and the market exceeds what that death benefit is, they're gonna receive the accumulated value. Okay? The company's gonna pay out whichever is higher, the enhanced death benefit or the accumulated value. So it stops, we're gonna really hope, Greg, that the account's gonna be able to do at least 1% a year even after that person turns 85 years old, in which case we should still be able to either offset the cost of that rider so that death benefit really doesn't get eaten up, or that the market value is gonna exceed the death benefit, in which case their family's still gonna get a larger number. Okay?
Oh, well, then you're rewritten.
But I think you guys can see, and you know, similar reasons why I felt that this program, in my opinion, is gonna open a lot of doors. You'll be able to throw a 10% bonus onto somebody's account right off the bat, gives you a lot of strength, if nothing more than just to get a conversation started. For an IRA, for money that we know is not gonna make sense to take that money out with really at any time to take all of that money out, it's never really gonna make tax sense, it's not gonna be tax efficient. I don't mind the 14-year surrender schedule. I love being able to put the 10% on there. And these riders, I think, are some of the more innovative that I've run across in my experience, as far as having a cheap alternative with the 0.2% for the 6% roll-up. Having a death benefit rider hooked up with a indexed annuity is also something that you don't see very, very often. You're starting to see it more and more. Just as a little note to annuity students, ING's coming out with one. If you open your emails, you've already seen that. If you don't, it's coming out. Okay. So,
A webinar on it this morning.
and another one on the 4th. So you guys can log into that, or you can wait until August 30th when Nick Bond from ING is scheduled to be back here to do a training for us. So, guys, that's really all I have for you right now. Again, like I said, in running through all this crap, I've tried to really hit the high points, figure out what's actually this annuity going to accomplish for our clients, and move on down the road. And these two I've found that I would say are going to be some of the better ones that I've run across up to this point in time. We still do have annuity programs with Genworth, we have annuity programs with Forethought, we have annuity programs with Great American. So still have Americo. I mean, we still have a lot of learning to do. And ultimately, I think I'm pretty much going to be taking over getting scheduling for the Tuesday at 2 trainings. And what I'm really ultimately going to try to do is reach out to all of these different companies and try to get a company rep in here, as opposed to me running my mouth, so that you guys can drill them with questions and actually get answers on the spot, as opposed to me having to find that out for you. So I'm going to work on trying to do that. But in the meantime, I'm trying to hopefully give you guys some additional ammo in your bag and get you some nice bonus products that you can go out and use for just about anybody. Any questions? No? All right, appreciate your time, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
Dave.
a lot, Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect training at the right time.
Hi Ben, how you doing, buddy?
You doing well? Yourself?
All right. 32-year-old lady, dental assistant at 157. What are you doing? Her UBS Brazilian oil, Chinese widgets.
Smoked again.
$2,000 she started with him
Roll up
3 years ago. Why she's still with
up until he's 70, 75.
I got all the paperwork in there.
So she went from
That's a
350 to
senior-
150?
It's a senior product, is that guaranteed?
Her mother left,
15,
her
20, 30 years
her
down.
mother was a baker's. Left her.
Yeah, that 14 banger is good. 18% surrender right off the get-go. You locking him in.
So she's got.
I run across a couple.